everyone, it's Paige and I am back home. So I surprised my entire family, I surprised my boyfriend's family and everybody by coming home for a couple weeks. So I'm back with my bookshelves. I just reorganized them yesterday, but I think I'll probably end up doing it again before I leave. And since I'm home, I got a lot of books from publishers and giveaways and books that I bought while I was gone in London. So I'm gonna do a book haul and let's just jump right into this thing because I don't know how long it's gonna take. Okay, I'm gonna start with books that I got from publishers that were finished copies. I have 4 of these and the first one is Damsel by Alana K. Arnold. I had seen this, I think, kind of around on Twitter, but I didn't really know anything about it, and I think I still really don't, but I love the cover. It's so gorgeous, and that's what kind of drew me into it anyway, so it was awesome when I found out that I got this in the mail, so very excited to check this out. Next one is The Girl with the Broken Heart by Lurleen McDaniel. Again, never had heard of this. I didn't know anything about it. I still also kind of don't. I think it's like a romantic comedy type thing. I'm not really sure. It looks really cute and light. This looks like something I would probably pick up in the summertime, so I'll probably leave this one for a little while until I come back home again. I also got Light Years by Emily Ziff Griffin. This looks like a kind of sci-fi-ish novel. Again, I had never heard of this. I didn't know anything about it when it arrived on my doorstep. I haven't read sci-fi in a while, so maybe this will be like the perfect thing to kind of kickstart that for me again, but yeah, very excited to check this out and see what it's all about. Again, love the cover. And then the last one is Berserker by Emily Laybourne. When I got an email about this, it said that they were sending me this because there's a sequel coming out, I guess, pretty soon, and this is the first one. It just came out in paperback, so they sent me a finished copy of it. Again, I don't know anything about this, so I don't really know what it's about, but Cass Morgan, who wrote The 100, is quoted at the top here, so I'm kind of thinking it's maybe that same sort of thing. It just looks like it maybe from the cover, too. Okay, now I'm going to talk about books that I purchased for myself. There's only 4 of these. I got them during Black Friday because Amazon was having like a sale and they had a coupon too, so that's why I got them. The first one being Fruits Basket. Another, if you know me, you know that I absolutely love Fruits Basket. I've been trying to collect all the new editions, but they're kind of expensive, so I only really get them when they come on sale. This is kind of like the sequel companion series to Fruits Basket, so it's about the characters from the story, their children. I think I found the Japanese version of this online like a couple years ago, but obviously I can't read Japanese, so I was really excited when I found out they were going to be publishing these in English and in this format too, because this matches the brand new editions for the Fruits Basket series. So yeah, very excited to check this out. I read Fruits Basket about once a year because it's just, oh, it's so good. Okay, the next one I bought was one that I've had on my wish list for a really long time, and I don't know why, I've just never bought it, and that's A Crown of Wishes by Roshani Chokshi. I read the first one of this, which is Star Touched Queen, and I loved that. I read that back in college and really enjoyed it, so I think I might have to reread that again before I get to this one since I don't really remember a whole lot about it, but very excited to continue this series. Okay, another one I got was Summer of Scandalous by Siri James. So I know this looks like a typical like romance book, but I love Siri James. I've read almost all of her work. I've met her a couple times because she lives kind of down here near LA. She's wonderful. She's just amazing. She has a YA series too. It's a Dare to Defy novel, and she has another one that I read earlier in 2018 and I really enjoyed it, so I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this one, and I breezed through these super quickly too. Last one I got was Church of Spies. This is by Mark Riebling. This is the Pope's Secret War Against Hitler. So I had heard a lot about Pope Pius when I was reading about Catholicism and stuff. Basically what he did during World War II. So I don't know a whole lot about Pope Pius, but I wanted to learn more about him, and this book was super cheap on Black Friday, so I was like, oh, might as well pick this up. Now I'm gonna do books that I won in giveaways. So there's 2 finished copies and 1 ARC. Okay, so the first one is Shadow and Ice. This is by Gina Showalter. I recognize this name, but I don't think I've read actually anything by her. This book is huge though. It's like just like, you know, romance novel, but probably something that I could breeze through pretty quickly. And then the next one was My Favorite Half-Night Stand. This is by Christina Lauren. I have another book by her on my bookshelf actually, and that's Sweet Filthy Boy. I haven't read this one yet, but obviously I think why I entered this was because I recognized her name, and I've heard really good things about her writing, so very excited to actually check out both of these. This one's been on my bookshelf for a while, so I'll have to get to them. And the last one is the ARC that I won. That's come November. This is by Katrin Van Dam. This is from Scholastic. It says this came out October 30th, so this one's already out, but yeah, really cool win. Let's take a break from books for a second. I'm going to talk about another thing that I got in the mail, and that was a box of Happy Socks from Happy Socks. This is the Andy Warhol collection, so it came in this really cute box. And there's supposed to be 4 pairs of socks in here, but I gave 1 pair to my sister. This is the first one. So they're like all socks that kind of mimic his paintings, obviously, or his art. I was kind of disappointed there wasn't a can of soup one, but these are really cool too. And they're super soft. I've gotten stuff from Happy Socks in the past, and I always really enjoy their socks and stuff, so yeah, really like these. Okay, this next stack of books I'm going to talk about is from Fierce Reads. Every season or so they send me a big box of books, so yeah, these are all advanced reader copies, and let's just start getting through them. Okay, the first one is The Lonely Dead by April Henry. They've sent me stuff by her before, and I've never read it. I think a lot of this stuff is actually part of a series, and that's why I've never picked it up, but always really skinny books, and this one comes out in January, so sometime this month. Okay, the next one is A Soldier and a Liar. This is by Caitlin Locklear. Again, this comes out in February, something I had never heard of before. I guess it's a Swoon Reads book, so I always tend to actually really like that imprint of Fierce Reads. Mist, Metal, and Ash by Gwendolyn Clare. This is the sequel to Ink, Iron, and Glass, which I haven't read, so I definitely would have to read that before this one. I don't think I'd be able to get to this before it comes out in February because, like I said, I haven't read the first one yet, so... But I actually really like the cover of this. I really liked the cover of Ink, Iron, and Glass, too. Okay, the next one is Comics Will Break Your Heart. This is by Faith Erin Hicks. Again, an author whose name sounds really familiar to me. This one comes out in February. It says on the back here that this is her first prose novel, so I guess she's written poetry before, but again, I don't think I've ever picked anything up by her, but another cover that I really like, actually, and the title definitely draws me in. Alright, the next one is Famous in a Small Town. This is by Emma Mills. I've gotten ARCs from her in the past. I have one of her finished copies as well, and she always has such great covers. I love these. This one comes out in January as well, so again, I don't think I'll be able to get to this before the release date. This is something that I'll definitely put on my shelf and get to eventually. These next two are the ones that I'm most excited for, and when my mom opened the box and sent me pictures of it, I was like, oh my god, I freaked out. So the first one is Beauty of the Moment. This is by Shanaz Bethenia. Last year I got A Girl Like That by her, and oh my god, it was one of my favorite books of the year. I fell in love with it, and I was telling everybody about it. It totally made me cry, and it was just amazing. So when I saw this was in the box, I freaked out, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to get to this. So this one comes out in February. I'm reading another book right now, but then I hope to get to this one or the next one that I'm going to talk about next. So I'm so excited. Again, another really great cover. I realized while I was editing that some of the stuff that I've been talking about gotten cut. So the other book that I was really excited for was All We Could Have Been by T.E. Carter. Her other novel that was published last year was my favorite book of the year, and I totally loved that, so I'm very excited to check this one out this year. Next one I got was Odd One Out by Nick Stone. Again, last year I absolutely loved Dear Martin, and it was one of my favorites of the year, so excited to read this one. This has already come out, but I'm very excited to check this out. Okay, these next three I think I got from Epic Reads because I had some like publicity or something for them on Tumblr, so they sent me 3 ARCs as a thank you, which was very nice of them. Thank you very much, Epic Reads. So the first one in that package was The Pioneer by Bridget Tyler. This one comes out in March. I love the cover. I think it's really intriguing. Again, another sci-fi book that seems to be kind of a theme that's running through this haul. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to this before the release date, but very excited to check this one out based on just like the cover alone. It's not something I really know a lot about, so I'll definitely have to check that out before I pick this up. The other one in that package was Sherwood. This is by Megan Spooner. I've definitely heard of some of her other works, but I've never actually checked them out. I guess this is supposed to be kind of like a Robin Hood type thing, but she's female, and I don't know, I guess it's a play on that. This one comes out in March as well, so this will definitely be a chunky read to pick up before then. And then the last one was actually the one that drew me in the most because of the cover alone, and that's The Tiger at Midnight. This comes out in April. Love this cover, so cool. I think this is supposed to be like a fantasy book, and I've been reading a lot of fantasy lately because I've been really enjoying it, so I'm really excited to check this one out. But again, it's not something I know a lot about, so I guess we'll find out. This next one was one that I requested from the publisher, and I was so excited when they sent it to me because sometimes when I request books and then I never hear like if they are gonna send me something, and then something will just show up in the mail and I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's An Affair of Poisons. This is by Addie Thorley. Oh my god, I can't wait to read this. I'm so excited. So this comes out in February, so it was the book that I'm trying to get to next, even though I've probably said that like about so many books lately, but I can't wait to check this out. It's kind of like a royal intrigue, political strife, fantasy, poison, I don't know, that kind of thing going on, and it totally drew me in when I heard about it, so I can't wait to get to this. Okay, this next one I got in ARC package type thing that Fierce Reads sent me, and that is Sequel to Renegades, which is Arch Enemies. I did a review of Renegades last year and I didn't like it too much, but I think I might read Arch Enemies and just maybe see how the story pans out a little bit more. So they sent me the ARC, which is very beautiful, and then they also sent this kind of like Mirage type card, which is pretty cool. It has like some of the characters on it. I hope you guys can see it like changing, but yeah, that was super cool. And then they also sent a bag, a tote bag, which I totally love. So it says Nova and Adrian, which are the main characters from Renegades, Kath and Jess, who I'm assuming are the main characters from Heartless, even though I tried reading that, I didn't really like it. And then Cinder and Kai, of course, when everyone knows that I love the Lunar Chronicles, so I love this tote bag. It's super cute. Okay, this is another one that I was so excited to find out that I got in the mail when my mom sent me the picture of it. I like totally screamed, and I had my boyfriend bring it to London so that I could start reading it, and then I read it on the plane ride home a little bit, and I'm about halfway through now, and that's Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Oh my god, I freaked out when I saw this was in my mailbox. I was so excited. Last year I loved An Enchantment of Ravens, and then when I saw she was writing another novel, I quickly emailed the publisher and I was like, please, 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 if you have any ARCs, I would love to have one. So very excited to finish this. Like I said, this is what I'm currently reading right now, and I'm about halfway through, so can't wait. Oh, and I love the cover too. She always has really gorgeous covers. Okay, this last one was a big package that I got, and that is the Peculiar Children package. This was super cool to get, actually, so I'll open this up for you guys and you can see what's in it. So inside, of course, there comes with a little note from Ransom Riggs. It just kind of is like, hey, like here's the book and other fun things are in here. They sent a finished copy of Map of Days. I haven't read the Peculiar Children series in a while. I think I've only read the first two, but then I kind of just stopped. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, so this is huge novel. And then they also sent this other little box, which I was like, oh, what's this? Inside is one of those, I forgot what these are called, but they're the, like when you click through it, you can see the little images inside. I think I used to have one of these as a kid, and it was like a Disney thing. You can put like different little, God, what are these things called? If you remember the name of these, let me know. But yeah, it's super cool that they sent this with it. Actually a really awesome swag item, so yeah. Okay, so that was a lot of books and a lot of things that I got in the mail, which was very exciting. I love getting book mail. It's like my favorite thing ever. So that's everything I got while I was gone. Hopefully when I come back next time in April, there will also be a lot of other cool things. A major thank you to all the publishers and authors and everybody. Happy Socks too for sending me all this really cool stuff. I'm very excited to take a lot of Bookstagram pictures, which I had taken a really long break from, but my Bookstagram is linked down below if you guys want to give that a follow. I'll post like tons of pictures of all these books and everything. They'll have a lot of reviews coming too, because I haven't been doing reviews in a while, but I'd really like to get back to it. Alright, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye! Happy Socks, this is the Andrew. I love the box too. I know I like already said that, but suggested retail $56. Fuck. Of course the phone's ringing.